in a room in a student's residence. And I saw a weird dream. It was as if I woke up in my dream and there was a stranger sitting in front of my bed and staring at me. I asked the stranger a question. Hey, who are you? And he responded, it doesn't matter. Give me my DVD disc back. What a weird response, don't you think? But then I was like, aha, that's a dream. So I quickly snapped out of it, turned on the other side, bundled up under a cover, and continued with my peaceful sleep. Until I realized that the moment before, I was actually awake. I slowly turned my head, and there was a stranger sitting in front of my bed and staring at me. So I quickly sat up, put my thoughts together, and asked that stranger the same question. Hey, who are you? And I heard the same weird response. It doesn't matter. Give me my DVD disc back. I was lost. The pieces of the puzzle were not coming together. Just so you understand, it was the first time I was seeing the guy ever in my life. I had no clue what DVD disc he was talking about. And geez, it was 3 o'clock in the morning. After a few minutes of me trying to investigate this situation, I was able to gather that the story went the way that he had lended his DVD disc to somebody, in fact, some girls residing in the same student residence as I was a while back, and that very night he came back to claim his DVD disc. But the girls did not have it, and they told him that they in turn had lended that DVD disc to some guys residing in room number 9. And yes, you guessed right, that was the exact room I was living in. Of course, determined to help the guy out 3 o'clock in the morning, I suggested that he waits for me outside of the room in the corridor. I dress up and the two of us go together to see the girls. Well, if somebody woke me up 3 o'clock in the morning, I should do the same and return the favor, right? So we go to the girls and figure the situation out. I let the guy out into the corridor, start dressing up, and in the meantime, all of a sudden he grows angry. He starts screaming and swearing so loudly that he actually wakes up security lady. We used to call these ladies Vahrushki. She comes out to the corridor and scares him off, causing him to go to the back staircase, the fire staircase at the back of the building. In the meantime, I dress up, come out to the corridor and take the front staircase up on the floor where the girls are residing. I approach the room, knock on the door, nobody answers, and I figure that the door isn't locked. So I open the door, get inside, nobody in there, and as I'm coming out from the room into the corridor, I capture with my side view that there is that same guy running along the corridor with a clear intention to hit me. Poor guy. Little did he know that by that time I had been doing Aikido for 8 years and just got my brown belt. So with ease and calm, I quickly disarmed him, put him on the floor gently, and since he was bigger than I was, I gently placed myself on top of the guy. And you might have guessed that the situation should have been over by that time. Not so easy, it wasn't. The very next moment, all I'm feeling is somebody kicking me on my back from behind. And then a moment after, all I'm seeing and hearing is a bunch of legs around me, some voices and screams. That's my neighbors coming out into the corridor. And the guy from behind actually places him on top of me and the other guy, so that the three of us end up like a sandwich with me right in the middle. And this time around, I'm trying to rationalize with the guy on top of me, asking him, why is it he is attacking me? I'm trying to explain that it was his friend's fault, he intervened into my room, attacked me, and so on and so forth. But all I'm hearing in response is something along the line, you're gonna die! You're gonna die! And I'm like, why? Why am I gonna die? You're gonna die because he's not my friend. That doesn't make sense. So I'm like, so how come he's not your friend? You're gonna die! Keep calm! You're gonna die because he's not my friend. He's not... He's not my friend, he's my brother. Okay, he's your brother, now it makes sense. Long story short, my neighbors managed to take us apart, apologized to me, explained the situation that those two folks were actually friends of somebody, came to visit, illegally stayed overnight in the student's residence, got a little bit tipsy, and went off messing around. I wasn't in the mood to discuss that whatsoever, because all I wanted to do is go back to my bed, fall asleep, as I was having an exam early next morning. So I left my neighbors to figure this further out and went to bed. Took me a while to get asleep. I woke up early in the morning with a headache, in a bad mood. I went to the university to take the exam. The exam didn't go well. All frustrated, I came back to the student residence. And I met my roommate, Oleg, a good friend of mine. He wasn't there in the room last night because of having to work a night shift. And I retold him the same situation. But guess what? Instead of offering his friendly, sincere support for me in this situation, all he does is start laughing at my face. And I'm like, why? Like, how come you're laughing at my face? Like, what's wrong with you? And it is at that point where Oleg grabs his backpack, opens it up, and takes out, yes, the DVD disc, which he apparently had borrowed from the girls and forgot to return back. Long story short, the moral of my story is that we do have different friends, bad or good, but no matter what situation you may find yourself in, how weird it is, call your friend, as they may have a ready turnkey solution for you.
Thank you. That was speaker number